Howdy folks, today we're going to be taking a look at this kit from Tamiya, 1/48 scale, Lockheed F117A Nighthawk. It's 1/48 scale. I've had this kit a while now in my stash. This is going to be probably my next airplane build, something quick and simple, not a lot of parts. The decals a bit shoddy. I've ordered new decals, so it's not too worried. The kit number is 59. There's some parts on the side telling you what's what on the aircraft. The side of the box, as I say, there's more information on the aircraft. What I do like about this is the way it's packaged. I agreed with you, decals, and the way they package this is pretty cool. So the way they package the upper section of the airplane is done on this card. I don't really want to take this out because I don't want to get this damaged. This is how it's graded in this nice card. You do get this piece of metal, which in the instructions it sits across here for a nose weight type thing, because otherwise it would be a tail sealer. But like I say, the way they've done this is really cool to keep it nice and flat and stop it from bending. The stuff has got like a greyish black colour, so I might consider painting it in like NATO black or something, because it's like it's more grey than it is black. What we will do is we will take a look at these ones though, but the main actual whole aircraft I just wanted to keep flat as possible. Tamiya staples. So you agreed with this sprue. Again, it's moulded in the black plastic. You do get a lot of ejection pins, but they're on the inside, so you're not going to see any of those. So these are like the air vents for the front, exhaust parts, some covers, landing gear, some internal parts, more landing gear. You get your front wheel, which is moulded in the black plastic. You do get a pilot figure. It's moulded pretty cool. I might actually put the figure in this one. You got your radar dome thing at the front of the aircraft, the front wheel door, your instrument panel, moulded nicely. So there's that sprue. These are the Jetster seat parts as well. You're agreed with this sprue, which has got your clear and Bombay and doors and a couple of wings sections. This piece of plastic has come off the sprue. It looks like the front wheel well. You have got a couple of ejection pins inside, unfortunately. Here's the two wings that sit at the back of the aircraft. Here's your internal inside the Bombay. You have got ejection pins slightly in there. These are your Bombay doors. You've got ejection pins on them you're going to have to take care of. Well, you've got another landing gear tub there. You've got your cockpit. tub. It's quite hard to show some of this detail because it's black plastic. It reflects the light and creates shadows. I imagine the cockpit's black. I imagine I have to look in instructions. But again, there's your outer wings. There's your centerpiece for your bomb bay section. You do get a nice boarding ladder if you wish to display it on the ground. And you've got your flaps. These chunks are meant to be taken out. Here's the other part of your ejector seat. Here's the other section of fuselage. Again, I want to keep this in the bag, so I want to keep this flat and try not to get this damaged. But again, it's got nicely moulded. I agreed with these two white sprues, which contains your rest of your wheels and landing gear, and the two guided bombs, I think they are. So these are two identical sprues, so I'll only show you the one. This is in the white plastic. Here's your guided bomb thing, two-piece wheels. So a little bit of cleanup. And then you've got your internal struts for your bomb bay, which houses these two weapons, and you've got your main landing gear, which is in white. The landing gear on American aircraft are generally white anyway, insignia white. Like I say, here's the decals, starting to go a little bit yellow in areas, and you've got some spludge marks here, so I'm not sure how well these decals are going to work, so I've ordered replacements anyway, so I'm not too worried about these. Nice touch, you get a canopy mask, but unfortunately you have to cut it out, but still it's a nice touch. And you do get your clear, which is a slight hint of yellow. It's meant to, they've moulded it in that colour. It's not where it's got old or anything. It's they've moulded it in a slight off colour. I don't know if it's meant to be like that, but this is how they've done theirs. It looks alright. To me, the glass is pretty good. You got the fog and misty areas, which is going to be painted in black anyway, or the grey. Then you've got your weapon sight and the glass for your radars and stuff. The clarity of the clear is pretty good. You do get this bit of history, but again it's in Japan language. I can't read it. You do get your colour markings, but again won't be needing any of this because I've got replacement decals coming. This is instructions. There's a pull-out page. You do have the history on the aircraft. If you wish to read it, pause the video. So, your first page, typical of Tamiya. Information on their tools is required. Their paints that are calling out for. Generally is olive drab, flat black, ram grey or RML grey, dark grey, khaki, matte white, which is the interior, which is the insignia white parts for the landing gear. So the first step would be working on your landing gear and putting your pilot in if you wish to do so. I'm going to. The pilot has got a black helmet, flight suit is like a olive drab, I believe, khaki harnesses and black boots. The cockpit interior seat, the actual seat is grey, they're calling out for. The framing of the seat is semi-gloss black, and the actual jector rails, they're asking for FX24, which is dark grey. Inside the tub they're calling out for X19, which is X19. Sorry, X18. It's semi-gloss black for the cockpit, and 24, which is the light grey or dark grey in the rest of the tub. So I'm not quite sure. Might have to do my references to see. Then you start on with the actual instrument panel and drop that in front of your pilot and seat if you put them in. Then you drop in the whole tyre assembly underneath the aircraft. Don't forget to put the glass in, which is number D2, and then drop in on top of that, which is your radar dome thing, which is this segment here. But you don't forget to paint it as well. So the little triangle piece is number 7, which is like a reddish orange, and then the internal is black. This segment here is around the cockpit, around the edge of the cockpit, and they're asking for that to be in the grey as well. And then they're number 4, you get the bottom half again and put in your jet nozzles and stuff in. A couple of lights as well. The exhaust parts they're asking for semi-gloss black, but I imagine it would be more silver and metal and stuff. Bombay open if you're doing it, so you have to oh, you do get side pieces, which is handy. Putting these on all the internal framing for the Bombay section, and then anyway, okay, so this top section is if you're having it closed. This section here is when it's open, and then you're working on your landing gear and wheels, front and 2 sides, and then they get dropped in as assemblies. So when you flip it over, you see it all. There's that piece of metal that goes across for nose weight. And then you drop in your landing gear, which is a nice touch, which you can leave towards the end, so you can paint it all up and then just drop them in just before you're about to finish your model. Putting your flaps on, landing doors and stuff, again leave them towards the end. We are also having your Bombay's door closed if you're not having it open. Simple, just drop them in, don't require any paint on the inside, just the outside. But if you're having them open, you have to slice that piece in half, paint them the insignia white and the other side the black, and then assemble your guided missiles or bombs, I believe they are. You'll be guided bombs. Yeah, paveway freeze bombs. I think they're like an olive drab colour, and then dropping them in, and then you sandwich in the 2 halves together. Hopefully it's a nice fit. They still recommend you to keep this triangle piece on so you don't break any of your fins off. And then you're doing your flaps. You can have them up, have them in the pose down position or the flat position. And then you've got your two upper stabilizer wings at the back. I think they're asking require no glue so they can pivot. I believe the whole tire wing moves for the steering. It's not, there is no flaps, it's just a whole tire wing. Masking up your canopy, and then putting your canopy on, your air scoops, again keeping this on so until towards the end so you don't break off those fins. Putting in your aim sight, head up display type thing, or you can have it open and put the board and ladder if you're displaying it like that, which is a nice touch. And that's pretty much it for the instructions. So there you go guys, it's a kit from Tamiya, quite an old kit now, 1/48 scale, Lockheed F117A Nighthawk stealth bomber or fighter. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.